Today's topic is something that I think everyone can connect with. If you say no to this, then you're definitely lying. So what do you overthink about? Do you overthink about your future? Do you overthink about your past? Do you overthink about your work? Or do you overthink about your current relationship? Or do you overthink about your past relationship that hasn't worked out? Or do you overthink when I asked you, what do you overthink about? Whatever it is, let's talk about overthinking today. Hey guys, this is secondswithrinaz, and if you guys haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please hit on the subscription button and the bell icon, and do give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Thoughts are super powerful. The more you think of a thought, more it becomes a belief. The more it becomes a belief, it becomes your reality. Whatever you hold in your mind on a consistent basis is exactly what you're going to experience in your life. We all experience events that makes us worry or stress about, but sometimes we can't turn off that one or two thoughts from our mind. We worry about the future. We make predictions of things that might go wrong. We worry about the past, beating ourselves with what ifs and could haves and should haves. We try to connect, forcefully try to connect dots which don't connect actually in reality. It's like we're stuck in the middle of an ocean and we're struggling to swim towards a land, but the landmark keep moving further away because we're swimming in the wrong direction. Just as that same in life, you sink in the reality of depression, anxiety and sleepless nights and end up having suicidal thoughts sometimes. I know it's scary and not a fun experience to sink in overthinking, but we get pulled towards it like we've been pulled by gravity. We overthink every little problem until it becomes bigger and scarier than it actually is. We overthink positive things until they don't look so positive anymore. If you think about it, there has been no problem, a random thought passing through our mind, because that's the natural state of mind. In fact, we are having around 50,000 to 70,000 thoughts passing our mind every day. But the problem arises when you catch hold onto a thought, put attention onto a thought and start analyzing it, start thinking about it and spend energy around that thought. Stressful thoughts comes like knock on the doors and you keep letting them in. All you say is no, I don't want you to come in, stay out, and that makes a knock even louder. At a certain point in life, we all have asked the question, why do I think this much? But do you ever come up with an answer for that? Never. You never come up with an answer for that because you're already exhausted, giving up your power and energy around the problem overthinking. I was depressed, I was so stressed, and I was worrying a lot at a certain phase in my life. If you ask how much that affected me, I started to overfeel my overthinking. Those who don't know what overfeeling is, that's when your mind carries a thought and it gradually starts flowing to your body. You feel the pain in your body. Every step you take, you carry the burden that your mind carries. I was mentally drained, I gave up social life and everything around me was negative. And that's when I asked a question from myself, what is actually wrong with me? The only answer stuck in my head was, I overthink. This isn't just me, this is the same problem with my friends who had suicidal thoughts. They was depressed because of the overthinking. A moment of fear started kicking in before they give up their life, and that's when they questioned themselves, what is actually wrong with me? And the only answer they stuck was, I overthink. And I'm about to share 7 tips that we have followed, that we have practiced to overcome overthinking. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying we don't overthink anymore, but by practicing these strategies, we have learned to make this issue so small that it rarely pops up anymore. And even if it does, we know how to control it by practicing these strategies. So make sure you stick to the end of this video to learn those 7 tips. And tip number 5, 6, 7 are my favorite, which has helped me a lot to overcome overthinking. Let's forgive ourselves first. Let's not beat ourselves with I'm useless, I'm not meant for that, I'm not good enough for that, I can't go further, I don't have the energy. Because if my friend tells me that he overthinks, I wouldn't beat him up for doing that. You should deal with yourself like you deal with someone you love. You can't help someone when you hate them. So start by loving yourself before you helping out yourself. Put things into wider perspective. It's easy. If you spend energy on any thought, that can transform to an overthinking thought any second. Let's say you're thinking. Ask yourself this. Will this matter to me in 5 years? And if it seems like a big target to you, will this matter to me in 5 months? Or will this matter to me in 5 weeks? And if you ever ask this question from yourself, I'm pretty sure you are out of that thought immediately. Focus on solutions. Until now, I was giving up my power and energy around the problem by overthinking. So I didn't have enough energy left to find solutions. So now you have realized your problems. Now start spending your energy to find solutions. The only way you can come out of this thought is by finding solutions and working on it consistently. Set deadlines for decisions. If you don't have a time limit for when you must make a decision, that's when a lot of thoughts come to our mind. Is this method gonna work out? Is that method gonna work out? What if my approach is wrong? What if his approach is right? Crazy, right? So make sure you put deadlines on your decisions. Say stop in a situation you can't think straight. Whenever you catch some thought as overthinking, all you have to do is tell yourself, no, we're not going to think about this right now. Let's do it when I'm in a peaceful state of mind. It took a bit of practice to get this to work, but this is really good in postponing thinking. Become a person of action. Very important. What does overthinking makes you do? Nothing. It makes you procrastinate, and takes action out of you. That's why you should become a person of action. When you know how to get started by taking action on a consistent basis, you will procrastinate less, which means your overthinking goes down. If you guys ask me how to become a person of action, make sure you follow the 5-second rule. That's right up here. Make sure you guys check it out after this video. The last tip, which is the most favorite tip of mine, which helped me a lot to overcome overthinking. What would my role models do? The people I look up to, the people I aspire to live like, the people who inspire me and motivates me on a daily basis. What would they have done in this situation? This helps a lot. Not what they have done directly, how they mentally dealt with this situation, how they programmed it. You just Google search how successful people overcame their challenges and failures, and you start applying the same methodology in your life. It's totally inspiring because first thing, when you see those challenges and failures they have gone through, you realize you're not alone. And second, you realize a good thing can come out of this. Try this technique, guys. Make sure you share this video with everyone you know, because overthinking is not a problem with you and me. It's a problem with everyone around the world. There are so much of suicides happening around the world, and in bottom line, the root cause for depressions and suicidal thought is overthinking. Be a reason someone can do better in their lives. Take care. I'll see you guys soon in the next video.